Good friends, Doc South here, and uh, just I just realized I want to get this one story out before I go and forget it. You know what happens anymore? What I do is I keep these little slips of paper, and if an idea for a video blurb comes to me, well, I write it down on these slips, at least a brief, even if it's just the title of the darn thing, I can always fill in the details later. Because these things come to me and then bingo, out they go. Oh, I'll tell you, it's fun getting old. And of course, the nice thing is I got lots of stories to tell. And this is one, oh gosh, from when I worked for A&P. Yeah, this rather neat one. You know, a lot of people would sit in the dairy aisle of their local supermarket working, and well, you don't sit. You'd be lugging things. And thinking, oh my God, this is awful. No chance for creativity. Well, baloney. Yeah, lots of good stories you can get talking to people. You know, no, yeah, getting to know them and stuff. And there's some fascinating folks come through. You'd be amazed. And this one is one that happened a long time ago. Again, a good 10 years or so. Had to be. You know how in many supermarkets you'll see these signs hanging from the ceiling, right? You know, yeah. What they have, I guess, special hooks that are up on the ceiling. Actually, they have this long pole, and they can the sign's hanging from a wire, balanced on a wire or two, and you just run the pole up with usually some kind of magnet or some such thing, and the sign clicks to maybe something that's holding the ceiling tiles up, or there might even be a girder up there, whatever. And then later you can pull it down. Okay. Well, there was a sign like that hanging in our dairy aisle. I don't know what it advertised, probably, cottage cheese or some such thing on sale. Come one, come all, all that. Maybe some happy family digging into a bowl of cottage cheese. It is good stuff, but really. I just realized I got a cottage cheese story I've got to tell too. Well, another day. Okay. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm slugging it out with trying to stuff some butter onto the shelf, and I look up. I hear a little girl jumping. She's with her mom and she's jumping. She's probably about 10 or so. And she's jumping and jumping and jumping, and I'm thinking, wow, well, I'm used to kids, doing stuff. And I look, and oh my gosh, she's jumping just as hard as she can, trying to hit the bottom of that sign, and she's missing it by about that much. It's driving her nuts, And I don't know. Her mom was talking with friends, so the kid had some time. She's jumping and jumping, and she's just not going to hit it. And I don't know. I finished with the butter, and I had to go get something else in the back room. So as I walk past the sign, I give it a like that with my hand and just knock it one. And I hear the little girl say to her mom, she says, "Hey, mom, he just hit it without even trying. Gee, and I can't." And I stopped and I thought a minute, and I turned around and I said to her, I said, "Hey, I said, yeah, but gee, don't feel bad, because, someday I saw you trying to hit it. You're getting closer by the minute. In due time you'll be able to hit that sign and more." And she's looking. Yeah, but you hit it. She says to me, "You hit it without even trying." I said, "Well, because I'm bigger. Heck, the sign only comes. I got to sometimes I got to duck under these signs. It's just because I'm bigger. That's all. Don't mean you can't hit it someday." In fact, here, let me see. Try again. Let me look. And she gets under it and she jumps and she misses it again by about this much. But I told her, I said, I was watching you before. Now that you're warmed up, your jumping muscles are kind of flexed. I noticed you missed it by this much instead of that much. You got almost a whole inch closer. She says, "Yeah." You know how kids are. And I said, we used to have a big tall ceiling in our living room where I grew up. And when I was like your age, I'd jump and try to hit that ceiling, and I couldn't. Sometimes I'd stand on top of the sofa. Don't do that, I said, but we had a sofa where I could, and I'd jump, and I'd still miss the doggone ceiling. I couldn't hit it to save my throat. It was a pretty high ceiling. And I said, and I'd come crashing down to the floor, bang, and I'd climb right back up onto the sofa and jump again, bang, fall onto the floor. Couldn't get it. And I just kept trying and trying. When I was outside, I'd jump. I'd try to jump over bushes and stuff. And eventually, after a while, your legs get stronger and stronger. And you'd be surprised. All of a sudden, one day, now I got a little taller because, I started doing that when I was your age, 10 or so? She says, yeah. I said, well, eventually when I got to be about 13, I was taller, thinner, lankier. I jumped one day and bingo, I just nicked the one of the girders on the ceiling. I got it. And I said, it felt really good. All those years of trying, I finally hit it. Now, you ought to do the same thing. You just keep trying every day. Jump a little if that's what you like to do. Jump, jump, jump every day. And before you know it, you'll catch it. Yeah. And she says, yeah, but that could take, I said, that's all right. It'll make it all the better. If it takes a long time, that'll just make victory just that much nicer. And I said, besides, you'll see, you're going to feel, that'll just be the start. Just hitting the bottom of this sign, that's nothing. Eventually, someday, boy, you might be able to jump or do a high jump, 7 foot. I mean, I guess there's people that can 7 foot for a high jump, right? I think. Or you could get one of those poles and be a pole vaulter. Yeah, she said. Or one of those guys that do, I think, the broad jump. Or you could be one of the girls that do that in the Olympics. All you got to do is get your legs good and strong, study on how to jump. There's right ways and wrong ways to do it. And eventually, before you know it, even though you got a little taller, we could raise this sign up just a little more, and you'd hit it easy. She says, well, doggone. And, she's, all of a sudden, you can see her little wheels turning in the head. And I'll bet you, well, that was years ago now. She's probably a teenager, or a little older than that. And might even, gosh, she's probably in college. Hopefully she's in the athletics department, working, putting on her gym suit and getting out onto the floor there to do a little jumping for the big tournament. Huh? I hope so. Neat little kid. And but I remember saying, yeah, without even trying. And I told her, I said, someday for you, a jump like this will be nothing. Yeah, but you always have to keep trying. She says, yeah. And you can see the little wheels turning. Yeah. Oh, and then they passed the ring ding display, and well, her mom got her some ring dings. Got to watch eating them. Well, of course, if you're jumping all the time, you can eat lard and lose weight. So I suppose. Anyway, bless her heart. Cool little kid. It's amazing though. A little practice, little effort, and just keep at it. Next thing you know, bingo, you hit it. Cool. Anyway, God bless, friends. We'll see you later. Bye now.